Hello, my name is Owen Rivera. How's everybody doing? And today I will be showing my variation of the game Lights Out. As you can see right here, I have set up a 5x5 grid separated with a border prefab that I created from the previous tic-tac-toe game. As you can see, it's just an extension. The tic-tac-toe was meant to be a 3x3 and this is a 5x5. As you can see closer, we can see the icons that I have created for this variation of the game Lights Out. This is based on the operator icons from the video game Rainbow Six Siege. Both operators are called Sledge. They're regarded as Sledge and Frost. These are meant to work as the on and off symbols for my variation of the game. The goal of the game is to match the correct off symbol. So if I so if I say that if the board appears as to all sledgehammers, then the player would have to convert all of those symbols into the correct frost trap. And to do that, after the player has managed to match all of the correct symbols, then the game would transition into the next level. As you can see right here. Has set this up so the player can get a quick win in order to see the transition happening. Here we go, level 2. As we dive deeper into the code, right here in the diagnostic button. As you can see here, it's a public void and it works as our toggle on and off function. So you can see right here, this allows the player to toggle back and forth between symbols. Or if it was the normal original game of the lights out, then this would be the on and off function. You can see here we have a public bool that calls an init function, which is called the what child value. This checks to see if I have one symbol, then I would transition into the other. Sort of thing. Sorry. As you can see right here in the game manager, on the very top I have the lights out array arrangement, and these are all the 25 spaces from the board itself. It goes from 0 all the way to 24, making it 25 spaces in total. 25 each with its own diagnostic button and or functions and symbols in general. All of this code and all of this code and arrangements, etc., have been taken and used from the PnP4 Lights Out Tic-Tac-Toe to Lights Out tutorial. As you can see right here, I have a public bool setup called grid array. This tracks all of the spaces from 0 all the way to 24 and checks to see if the puzzle has been solved. We have public int that tracks the turn counter, or how many times the player has attempted, how many moves has the player used in order to complete the puzzle. So you can see here, we go to the public void toggle grid location. So you can see it makes use of an integer. This checks to see if the player has won. As you can see, we have a bool right here that checks the win function. And if the check if player has won function is true, then a debug.log would appear in the console stating that the player has won. See here we have another public bool that checks the win function itself and a bool that checks the win state. You can see here we have the enter move event, and this toggles all of the spots adjacent to that one spot the player might be toggling. For example, if I have a sledgehammer on one place and if I toggle that to the frost trap, then the spots on my top, bottom, left, and right would also toggle into the same exact trap. You can see here we have a debug.log that states if the player the check if player 1 equals to true, then the debug.log would appear stating that the player has won. Here we have a small scene manager script that allows the player to travel from one level into another and so on. Thank you so much for taking the time to look at my variation of the game Lights Out. Thank you again, and have a great day.